Hey, what's up guys? Caleb here with Catch the Fever Outdoors, and I'm here to talk about 3 of my favorite ways to fish the Big Cat Fever medium action rod. Now, for us, we're in the springtime, coming into summer, so for us that's a really big time for us when needing a real versatile rod. The Big Cat Fever medium action rod, a lot of people think, medium action, maybe it's a little bit undergunned. Well, the medium action offers a really super light tip, but it's got the backbone to handle some serious fish. Now, depending on where you're located, if you've got smaller fish or trophy, the Big Cat Fever medium action is gonna be one of those great versatile rods for making fighting fish a lot of fun, but still maintaining control. One of my favorite ways to fish this rod in the springtime, really anytime throughout the year, is especially when I'm deciding on what technique the fish want to take the bait from, whether that's drifting. If you're drifting with this rod, it's got a real soft tip, so it's allowing to work that bait off the bottom and up over structure. It's not a super stiff rod, so it's not burying the hook into cover when you come up over it. It's got that nice soft tip that really gives coming over that cover, allowing that bait to flow behind nicely if you're using a Santee rig or any other style rig for drifting. The second thing that is my favorite thing about this rod, and a technique that I like to fish with on the fly, is anchoring. Anchoring is probably one of the oldest fashions of catfishing. You're not always trolling, you're not always drifting. Sometimes the fish want it still. And this time of year, I like a rod that is super soft on the tip. Just because the fish aren't always pulling the rod straight down, they're cutting sideways, and it's really difficult to reel down and get a circle hook to hook up a lot of the times. So having a soft tip allows that circle hook to do its job more effectively when on anchor. The third thing is planer board fishing. Now, this rod works great for planer boards. During the spring, depending on the weather, you can have a cold front or a warm front. That can move the fish from shallow to deep, from the channel up into the creeks. So you really need to be ready for just about any technique. When planer board fishing, it's really my go-to method for search fishing. That's when I'm looking for these fish, trying to figure out where they're at, where they're feeding from. So what I'll do is I'll put 3 boards out on each side, and the medium action does a great job because it's got that real forgiving action. It'll bow up nice just on the tip, allowing that planer board to work and not snatch the board. You don't want to be snatching your boards or making them skip. You want to have a rod that's got a nice loaded up tip that's pulling them effectively in case it hits some chop. It allows those boards to work with the rod. So this rod works great for all 3 of those techniques: planer board fishing, drift fishing, and anchor fishing. It allows you to be productive on the fly when you're trying to figure out what those fish want. You can find out more about the Big Cat Fever medium action rod in both white and black rod models, as well as cork and foam, at catchthefever.com or at your local retailer. Thanks guys.